Yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Hope we are all doing well. Welcome to Winners Semifinals. Baba Booey. Today
Hello.
we have JPGMafia going off on Infernal Realm, a map I'm sure most of us here are quite familiar with. Today we have myself, illethP. We have FreedSnipers.
Hello.
And the TV Melon streaming for us.
Oh my god, I love gaming.
You weren't supposed to talk.
Suck
Oh
my
my
dick,
God.
bitch.
It's like the worst. This is already like the worst match being casted right now. Oh, they can't hear you. Oh, cool. That's
Oh,
oh, they heard you say hello. Okay.
So now we're just talking to each other.
Yeah, we're just talking to nobody right now. Everybody's confused. This is already going great. So, as per usual, we'll go over what this tournament accounts for. So essentially, JPGMafia is looking to get as high of a score as possible, naturally. But what constitutes a score? We have the completion, which is a score of 0 out of 1,000, 100 per wave, and if there is a wipe, the score is basically a percentile of the wave completed. So basically, if you were to finish 2 waves and then only get halfway through the second wave, we got them in, then that would be a 50 or so, whatever the percentile is. And actually, before we even go over score, let's go over the roster. Actually, Freed or Code, which one of you would like to go over the roster?
Well, I can. So it looks like we're going to be having MrFailology on Gunslinger, Kyrum on Sharpshooter, and then he changed his name, Cabbagekoreanjew on Commando, Blueflame on Firebug, and we're going to have Jenny on Gunslinger.
It does appear we are actually still missing somebody right now. I think they're still all filing in. Oh, there they are.
There's Otaku Mom.
And we have Otaku Mom as connecting. That's a very cool perk.
I'm gonna need you to let me do the roster rundown, Philip, please.
I mean, yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Currently, and Otaku Mom on Medic, unless it changes. But I think she's gonna be on Medic. All right, and that's the roster rundown. Take it away, Ella.
Yosh. Oh yeah, Code. Now that Code is here, we also have CodeTheVoid commentating with us as well. So we also have CodeTheVoid commentating with us as well.
Oh,
I just said I'm not
to say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, just say hi. There we go. Okay. All right, so this is a really cool roster for what we have going on, with a lot of the shenanigans that have been going on in the recent matches in the tournament. Being a medic, this is very exciting. And let's before we even go into that, actually, I should continuing on the score and why that is important. But we also have the health bonus. This is our first actual bonus. It is a 600 out of 600 by default. 100 points are lost with every death. Doesn't matter if it's the same person or not, but you will not go below 0. So essentially, no deaths will be a plus 600. 6 deaths or more will result in no bonus at all. We have the objective bonus. And in this case, we have 600 maximum total. Wow. With this case, we have 3 objectives for this map. Each are worth 200 points each, and the objective zones are kind of like the dodge hold zones that you have randomly in your regular vanilla KF2 games. So it will be a specified hold area, and a percentile of the wave has to be completed within that area. And a certain amount of players have to be in that hold zone as well, so it cannot just be cheesed. We then have time bonus, which is out of 4,000. And we have the decrements going down at the 15-minute 20 mark, 26-minute mark, and 36-minute mark. Essentially, the bonus received from time will be going down faster as more time goes on. So speed is heavily rewarded. And then we have the no medic bonus. Out of a 3,100 total, which is a 50% of the maximum other bonuses and score possible, a no medic bonus gives you 50% bonus to your overall points. However, that 1.5 is changed to a 1.25 if you are running a survivalist, which basically results in half of the medic bonus. No medic bonus. Man, I cannot talk today.
Words are hard. It's okay. It's all right.
So just to go over why seeing a field medic is kind of exciting, is because, well, that no medic bonus, as you probably heard just now, is a rather large bonus. So we can expect to see some very, very intense gameplay today. If I had to guess, I would think that they are going for speed here, and definitely going for objectives when they have a medic. That gives them a lot of sustain, having a medic on the team, as well as it gives them a lot of damage prowess due to the buffs that Field Medic can provide. And the sustain comes from, of course, the defensive bonuses that Field Medic can provide as well. And there will also be extra safe on kites. Blue Flame on Firebug is going to allow them to hold down certain choke points very easily due to ground fire, due to Firebug's ground fire. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how this is gonna play out.
I'm interested to see where they hold, because I mean I know where the default hold is, where the normal hold is for CD and everything. I'm just wondering if they if they found anything to spice it up a little bit, change it up and everything. But are we ready to give them the green light?
I believe so. I am ready. Are you, Code?
Yes, here we go.
Okay. Everyone say goodbye to Melon. Bye-bye, Mel. Nobody said goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
All
Bye, that person.
All right.
You're all bitches.
We have given them the okay to go. True. We have given them the okay to go, so they are ready on their mark. They might need some more time. We had some technical difficulties a little bit before this, but we should be going quite soon. All right, we got some ready ups. I would begin. I'm also rather interested to see how Cabbagekoreanjew plays on Commando. I played with him a couple times. He's a fantastic player, but I've never seen him play Mando. This should be rather interesting.
They appear to
And
be
they're
going
off.
standard.
Looks like they might be going to standard hold, standard CD hold.
This is a tight hold too, because the only way to kite out of there is you try really hard not to, and then on top of that you have to go out one of the only two entrances. So if both lanes get pushed really hard, you're now stuck inside. So you have to really manage how the Zeds file in, where you stand, and everything.
Yeah, you essentially really have no choice but to push into exactly what is pushing you. Got a lot of damage on the left side lane over there already. The 1-on-1 can only do so much.
One husk of 3 down. Let's see if we get the other. Oh, there's another.
Not the spiciest spawn squad, but we have 2 sirens coming out of the backside of right lane. Nope. Does Fail notice them?
Looks like there's going to be a Scrake on the left. Ooh, yeah, that right side lane, they have to watch out for that that doorway in the back. If they push up too close to that door, stuff can spawn behind them. Sometimes you get a siren bomb.
Yeah, those are never pleasant. It looks like all these Scrakes have spawned already as well. Oh wow, they're getting them all at once. How are they gonna handle this?
They're all gonna be on the one side too.
Yeah. Ooh, they got the Z time. I think Ark might have noticed the Scrake already. Looks like they're kind of jumping over to try and get some shots on him, or they're just clearing the bloats at first.
Looks like they're clearing the bloats. Scrake is walking through the door. Ooh, and a freeze, and he's gone.
Making quick work of them. Very good.
Got another Z
well
time.
done.
But yeah, that Z time's gonna end before that Scrake. Yep, Scrake's coming around the corner.
Yeah. Fail went over there to flex over there and just help out for a second. That was kind of cool.
I think it was a really smart freeze because they had just come off of wiping out a bunch of bloats and other trash. So at that point, everyone's already reloading everything, and that buys them time to finish reloads before deleting it.
Very well done. And a minute 41 on that wave time. That's great. So it seems like they're doing a 3-2 split with the medic kind of hanging up more on the left side there, which is I believe that is standard.
Yeah, the left side gets hit pretty hard compared to the other, but I know both sides are spicy.
In my experience, left has been more consistently heavy, and the right has been more bursty. So you'll have some walls and some layers of larges popping through the door.
I know something I've noticed playing medic on this map. If you try to stand up in the middle, which is where you would think you'd want to stand because you can see both lanes, if anything does come through, they pretty much ignore whoever's on that lane and start walking up to the middle. And they'll go after whoever's standing there.
Yeah, no, I'm logged in. But I don't know if they're saying they can't buy ammo, as in like the trader bug, but they're saying not the normal one. So I guess we'll get an answer on the next wave, I suppose. Looks like Arc. On the bright side, it does seem like they do have ammo, so it seems like they got it worked out. But we will need to check in on that.
It looks like they were able to buy the weapon, but maybe not any ammo for either of them.
You got two strikes on the, or no, two strikes on a flesh pound on the right.
Cracked one dead. Now I'm rocking.
Ooh, this flesh pound coming in hot on the right side. This set time just coming in clutch though.
This firebug hot.
No, it's totally, yeah. I'm just that witty. I totally intended for that. Ooh, set time ends and we have a flesh pound and a husk coming in on the left side. Oh, that's
There's actually two more husks following that.
Ooh boy.
Looks like the right side's gonna be getting all the strikes this way. And a full pound back here.
What a squad there on the left. Yeah, there was 3 husks, 3 sirens, 4 bloats. That's just annoying.
Like that? Shoot well.
They are handling this though extremely well, very efficiently.
Clearing out the bloat body. Looks like that pound might be going to the left side.
Okay. Wave is coming up though. Let's get ready to... We're going to be doing an admin pause, I believe, to just pause everything and then have Arc reconnect. Alright guys, we will be right back.
You love?
All right, we are back. Sorry about that little intermission we had there. Right there, had an issue with the trader pod pop up.
Yeah, there's just unfortunately a small issue with controller inputs in the trader every now and then. It's a very rare issue, but it does happen. But we got it all sorted out. And team's okay with everything that happened. They don't want to restart or anything like that, so they are steaming on. All right, and we enter now wave 3. This is where things got a little bit more spicy. So this will be interesting to see.
An immediate double QP, double Scrake spawn heading to the left side.
Wow. We appreciate your patience as well, by the way.
Not
Yeah,
a
that's
whole
double
lot of
strike though.
Oh, suck it up.
Luckily, indeed. Should be getting Z time pretty soon. There it is. So a little fun fact about Z time. There's actually a cooldown on when Z time can proc, or rather trigger. And that cooldown is 10 seconds based on the last time Z time gets refreshed. So right there when Z time got dropped, it is 10 seconds from when that refresh started. You'll sometimes find teams that early on in the waves, they will actually drop a Z time if they don't need it, so that they can get it at a more opportune moment.
Ooh, looks like we got a Scrake train coming up on the left side.
Gee, that is, yeah, that's a...
With a little pound boy caboose there. That sounded weird. I'll never say that again. I apologize.
Flesh pound caboose, let's go, dude.
I'm sure you'll say it again. We know
I
you.
will probably say it again.
Just as that time starts, this might end before they can get a handle on this.
Oh, that is... It's kind of, maybe they heard it. They might have heard it from the left side and dropped it early. Because now it's going to happen mid-takedowns.
There it is. Yeah,
There it is.
Alright, we got the pound down. Now it's just a few
Ooh, an
scripts.
unfortunate drop there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Got a very angry QP walking up on the right there. Man,
I
it's
noticed that
zooming.
he was stomping.
Yeah, ground fire slowed him down, though. Holy. That's the one thing great about ground fire is that I believe it applies a 30% movement speed debuff onto Zeds that are affected by it.
It does slow them down a little bit.
Ooh, and the flex there from Fail. Yeah, they have this on lockdown. This is great.
They've definitely played this a couple times.
Do you think they practiced?
Maybe once.
Yeah, maybe.
Like halfway.
I think they maybe when they all went to sleep this past week, they were thinking about the map.
They were
Probably.
just playing KF2 videos of other gameplay while they slept.
It's KF2, but I used the HRG Locust the whole time.
I don't know what you just said, but probably.
God, these waves are just going by so quickly.
Yep, Fail just took out that flesh pound like it was nothing. Don't get mic'd.
Here's the scary part where we start heading out.
Oh,
on
He
well.
got mic'd? Ooh, he almost got mic'd into a husk. He almost
Oh,
put
that actually
in
could...
there.
Dude, that could have been a mic into a husk, and if he survived that into another crit from an FP, that was dangerous.
Yeah, that was... He almost took a forever nap.
Nice shot.
Yikes. Yeah, you know, that was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go, they're breaking that door.
Blue calmly watched
Nope.
Fail take down that last Scrake there instead of trying to help, potentially raging it or panicking it.
That's very good. That was very good right there. That's good restraint.
I know I've seen you play Firebug from time to time myself. It's hard to not fire rage that or fire panic that Scrake down. It's like a unwritten rule in the Firebug handbook, right? Like you have to do it.
What's the handbook?
Yeah, I'll DM it to you later.
All right, and on a wave 4. Feels like we all just got here and like we're almost already done. This is crazy. Got two.
Minutes.
We got quite a squad coming up in the right. Well, actually, both sides are getting a little bit talkative. Would that flesh pound skip rage animation?
Nice freeze.
Oh, that was well done.
Got
Really good
2
timing on
pounds
that freeze.
Got 2 pounds with a third on the far back on the right. So that time's gonna make short work of these guys.
Oof. Clean shots from Fail right there. He's got a lot more work to do, though.
Yeah, I find it ironic that we talk about how the right side was not as heavy as the left, and here we are getting proven wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more. It seems like there's a lot more trash on the other side. That mixed with the larges, I think, would make that lane a little bit heavier. But man, that is, Fail's got his work cut out for him for sure.
Undoubtedly.
Yep, they're in the back of the balcony.
An unfortunate drop as right side's getting pushed hard.
They should be able to take this back relatively quick, yeah. So say, because fortunately there was a little bit of a lull in the traffic on the right side,
Yep,
and
there's
that time to
right
ensure
there.
it. There we go.
I know right side's probably not going to be much of an issue once Blue Flame gets that Helios rifle and unleashes the sun in Zed time.
No husk cannon?
Maybe he gets
Yeah,
lost.
right.
I don't know.
House Cannon is a lot of fun, and it's fun
not-
to watch too.
It's not fun for the Zerker standing in front of you.
It was an experience, I'll say that much. Hey, they have some large packs coming up right now. Luckily, this is already past the MM, and that's actually one thing we didn't get to talk about. Actually, all the matches are being played out on ASL V3. It is a spawn cycle created by Darkington. A spawn cycle essentially jurisdicts a set amount and types of Zeds to spawn. They will always spawn the same Zeds each time. Not necessarily where they spawn, but it's like a set list of Zeds that is done to reduce RNG, but also increase the difficulty fairly.
For example, like wave 1 will always have 3 Scrakes. You don't know where they're coming from, when they're coming, or anything like that, but you know that there are going to be at least 3 Scrakes.
Yeah, this gives a much more standardized set of difficulty for the game. And in the other variable that we have is 64 max monsters, which basically means that, well, there can be 64 Zeds spawned on the map at one moment, and only ever that much.
Don't get sloppy.
Going into a replay here. You can see the freeze makes quick work, and right side is just getting their friend.
I like how sometimes as a shark you just need to take the hit to derage it, and then you drop a freeze as you take the hit, and you just stop it dead in its tracks.
Oh yeah, the timing on that freeze grenade in that replay is insanely good. Also, actually, it's because it's nice numbers for anybody who plays only vanilla KF. In a 6-player match, but in vanilla KF2, your max monsters is set to 32. So in this case, they are running at double the amount that is normal. So it is only getting more and more intense as the matches go on.
Yeah, the first
right
round,
side.
First round was what? That is a lot of larges on the right. First round was what? 56 MM?
48 actually.
Oh, 48. Yeah, I was there. I remember.
Sure, yeah.
Ooh, they're gonna need a flex and a freeze on the right side.
Ooh, that is getting messy.
Now you can see how Kyrum's up there. Now everything is, instead of pathing out, they're gonna take the shortcut and go up in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
What I was talking about earlier. Standing up there is kind of dangerous.
There we go. Good retake from the team right there. JPGMafia going kind of hard right now. So as we were talking about with the set Zeds in the spawn cycle, that right there is a pretty heavy moment in the beginning of wave 5, and they got through it seamlessly.
Kyrum, you can start this with armor. Can you start this wave?
You know, I don't know.
Because I think it looks like they've all had like the same amount of armor for the past couple waves. I don't even know if they're buying it.
What they might be doing is buying armor, just playing really well and only getting chipped off a little bit at a time, and then buying armor when they're out.
It's good for their eco.
Absolutely. Armor does provide you with a lot of damage absorption. Even just having 1 unit of armor is quite a lot of protection.
I know something we usually talk about when we're talking to newer players is, armor's for the rich, but sometimes if you got the extra dash, just getting that one little chunk of armor can make or break, a run.
Absolutely. I mean, and as you saw there on that right side with the enormous amount of large Zeds that they got, you were kind of undoubtedly going to take some damage, and that little chunk of armor could have been the difference between you not being able to take another hit.
Now, something Blue's got to kind of be mindful using the Helios rifle. Oop, got it.
Ooh, and it's that time to
It's,
save it all.
Time.
that the Helios rifle, as you can see in the as he's shooting and everything, it goes straight through Zed. So he may be trying to shoot one Scrake, and he could wind up enraging a Flesh Pound way behind it.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Oh.
Yes.
Now these Zed times are phenomenal. The timing and everything, them just capitalizing on that time. What's so unique about Zed time in KF2 is it's not just a 20% slowdown. It's not just a 20% time dilation. I mean, yeah, it's 5 times more time for you to also react, granted, but there's a lot of perks. In this case, Gunslinger, well, really all of them, but in this case, Gunslinger, Commando, and then also, yes, Firebug in this case, actually, have the ability to basically almost fire in real time as if they're not even affected by the slowdown. Firebug gets unlimited ammo during that period of time. Gunslinger fire and reload in real time. And Commando gets a 3 times bonus to their fire rate and a smidge of damage, a 3% increase of damage. Unfortunately, no reloading in real time for Commando. This really enables them to take back their lanes against all odds.
You saw some great trigger discipline from Blue Flame in that clip. She just was waiting patiently, and once Fail had done his thing, she started opening up on the remaining Zeds around them.
Yeah, like Freed was saying earlier, that trigger discipline is something you really got to learn. It can be very enticing, especially during Zed time, to just go, you know, no holds barred and just shoot at whatever you want. Ooh, Blue's got to watch out for that. There we go. There we go. So one thing we mentioned without explaining it, but what is a mic? When a Zed is headless, it still walks around. It has no abilities essentially, but it can still attack you. But it will only do like a basic attack. But in the Flesh Mountain's case, this is one specific attack that does 68 damage. So you really got to be careful of that. You know, it sounds like, okay, well, it's a headless Zed just walking around. How is that possibly a threat? I would have never myself died to a headless FP. No, I would have never happened.
How many clips do we want to pull up of that now?
So we're gonna move on. All right, so good Zed time here. There you go. Looks like the right side's got a little more fun heading up to them. That is a lot of traffic. If they pace themselves just right, they will get the Zed time by the time this group gets here. Oh, this should be good. There we go. Ooh, and left is gonna have some fun as well. You can also see right here on the left lane, the Gunslinger and Sharpshooter are going after medium Zeds like the Bloats, the Husks, Siren. Those are all things that the Commando is likely not going to shoot in order to extend Zed time. So they're really making use of their time. Great trigger discipline on everyone's part. Great work on this left lane here.
Fail heading out to hunt down anything he can find. But I think almost all of it is on that left side.
Seems so. Two minutes, 9 seconds on a wave 6. That is phenomenal. Great work from JPGMafia.
As you can see, we have only just hit the point decrement for from 3 seconds to 2, or 3 points per second to 2. Up on screen, some critical dead time as Arc just annihilates those Zeds.
I believe it's 1 or 2, you mean per second,
This
right?
one's fair.
It's 2 points per second in the second decrement.
Yes, but aren't they initially losing 1?
It starts at 3. Oh no, you're right, I'm sorry. It starts at 1.
I'm starting
then
to question
2, then
myself
3.
as well. Yeah, we all, not 3 of us here playing in this tournament also not noticing. That's crazy. Also, no objective. I believe that was our first objective being offered there. Actually, did we take a look at that objective? That is a spicy claustrophobic. Ooh, that's a whole dollar right there. 4 quarter pounds coming out of right lane. And the Helios and the Deegs making quick work of them though, and it's that time to ensure the deal. Insanity. We've got a lot of large Zeds on the map right now, and I mean a lot. If you guys can see there on the left side, all those health bars. The green bit is their body health, and the top smaller portion is their head health. But we've got a lot. Or rather, JPGMafia has a lot to deal with right now. But so far, smooth sailing.
Zed time drops. There's still 2 FPs on that right side. Fail going into the middle.
Another little quick flex to just to wrap things up, it looks like. Kyrum is doing great work flexing onto that lane. Just always at the right time. He's gonna have to be there for quite a bit though, it looks like.
They just keep filing in.
Yeah, they might want to call for it again. They can't see what we can see. Yep, and there Kyrum goes.
I didn't notice if Kyrum had 6 or 5 freezes, but they're down to 3 now, and there's only 4 left in the way.
I believe they had 6 because they've been dealing with quite a lot over there. It is the end of the wave, so the fact that Kyrum was Kyrum used 1 more, and another. But just using it to use it.
This is a mean hold. I wonder if we're gonna see them do.
This place is a sauna.
Oh boy, do they go for I hope they go for this. This would be really fun to watch, but it's understandable if they didn't. It may seem like, okay, well, yeah, it's just their regular hold, you know, but the dynamics are completely different. They have absolutely no foresight on what's coming out of those lanes. So everything they see, they have to be very quick, sheerly reactive to. Looks like they're not going for it. Keep in mind, you can't just have the people, the right amount of people up there just to be in the zone to get the bonus. The people inside the zone need to be getting the kills in order to reap the benefits. I believe we are deep enough into the waves to kind of presume that they are indeed going for time bonus here. Just going for a straight hold, play it safe, and go fast. And they're somehow playing safe and going fast very well. Well, an unfortunate freeze there on the left lane. Just out of range to get all the FPs.
Right lane has a double FP rage. Is he gonna get this one before it hits? He does.
Likely so. With that Helios rifle and those dual leagues, ooh, that is just damage. Ooh, we get to see some foul action here from Cabbage. I actually only just dawned on me. He's using 401 and foul. The foul is like an indispensable tool for Commando. It is a cross-perk weapon between the sharpshooter and the Commando. And in Commando's hands, the thing is equally as much of a monster. An unfortunate drop, but I think they're going to be able to handle this just fine in real time. So one thing that we didn't get to talk about just yet, but with Blueflame there on the right, their skill, I believe it's Spontaneous Explosion? No, it's Zed Shrapnel on Firebug. There's a 30% chance for any of the Zeds that Blue kills for them to just explode, dealing 50 damage to adjacent Zeds, and also any Zed affected by that explosion will instantly be stunned. Absolutely phenomenal skill for locking down that right lane. Works on any Zed, including bosses. Get a little crowded there on the left lane, but they're just working through. I feel like every time I call it out, like, it's getting kind of heavy there. They just go, okay, we'll clean it up.
Here we go with a nice triple. That's one down. You'll notice that Ark is being very careful not to kill the bodies of those larges. As we just saw, that's because Cabbage is actually using those for extensions. They're left low enough for him to finish them off and get that easy kill for the extension.
And some really nice shots from Ark there over the decap bodies, getting a kill on the streak with the AF 2011s. That was sick.
Right side is about to pop off real quick.
Oh, that
An
is.
unfortunate freeze.
Oh, double freeze out to finish it off. There we go. Kyrum with the
Triple,
two
actually.
remaining freezes.
The first freeze of 3 did not get any of them, and he had to throw 2 more to get them all in 2 separate groups.
Yeah, that was too unfortunate. That makes 2 unfortunate freezes in one wave. That's really unfortunate.
You can see the waves are starting to slowly get longer. There was a 2-minute 45-second wave.
You know, they just might be able to cap this out before the next time decrement. This is insane. This is
I think
really
they
good
can.
work.
They've got well, it'll be close. It'll definitely be close. They've got 2 more waves and the boss wave to go.
Yes. For this upcoming wave 11, the boss wave, we have what was it? I believe it is. You know, maybe we just maybe we just don't talk about it until it's about to happen. Actually, I think we wait for it. I know some people already know because they read the announcements and all that, but we'll keep it as a little bit of a surprise for the stream. Ooh, that right lane is getting slammed right now. Oh, blue in the corner. That is
Blue
not
is in
good.
the
That
corner.
is not good. Oh, they're gonna get out. They can get out. They can get out. There we go. Good freeze from Kyrum. And a medic nade to just steal the deal. I love that. One thing we haven't even got to talk about actually is just all the great micromanaging that Otakumam is doing as a medic. Despite all the damage, the turmoil that's been going on both lanes, with the right lane being even obscured from their LOS, Mom is keeping everybody alive and topped off. So great work on the medic. All these waves.
A great example of the damage reduction from armor as well as the damage resistance buffs from medic with blue there. I don't believe she dropped below 40 or 50 health despite all that damage, and she still has armor.
Coagulant booster is one hell of a skill.
This right side is in danger though. They've got 3 husks in the door.
3 husks in the door on the fire.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
Say less, man. Say less. Left lane is looking at a lot of meat right now. Fast stuns. Fast stuns. Ooh, this time would be great for clearing out what's already agitating the left lane. Some great extensions from Cabbage right now. They're about quite over halfway through the wave now. Just making easy work at all these gigas and large packs. It's insane. We have a quad coming up on the left lane right now. It's not. Oh, it's just peeking. Definitely Ark and Kyrum definitely noticed that. I'm seeing probably a a freeze grenade happening right after Z time pops. Just get started on that quad.
Oh, suck it up.
Well, maybe too late. Oh, and the husk rocket.
They're going for it.
Oh, and they don't even need
time.
it. No freeze needed. Oh, because Kyrum doesn't have any freezes. Man, it would really help if I could read. But no matter, down to sub 15 Zeds now. This is pretty much just cleanup for them. I think Fail might just Fail and Blue might just go push out and go hunt down the rest of the Zeds with this low of a number.
That could be dangerous. We've got 3 right at the door now. They've seen him.
Someone's been in the wars.
Yeah, Maybe we head into War Room for these early wave gigas on wave 10. Get a little bit of insight onto how the comms are going.
Fail with no fear here, just starting those takedowns despite being half health, just trusting his team to help him out, take hits if needed, and heal him.
All right, good work from JPGMafia here. Like, it's like we're watching a simulation, man. No, but really, they are handling all of these large packs in stride. This is such great play. And we have our last objective, actually. They're probably not gonna, but it would be very spicy if they did. It's the hold by the large door at the one end of the map where the bridge is. That would be a lot of fun to see, but unlikely that they are to hold it. That is a one-way. So I think we're going to be entering War Room when things get a little spicy here. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for that. I'll call it out.
Okay, 100 month.
And here they come. Some of the large groups are spawning rather far away, though, so they're going to take some time to catch up into the hold. But this also means that they might all kind of just pincer right in the middle towards the lanes. They all come at once. Ooh, a nice angry dollar. No, that's $2 coming up on the right lane. Oh, $2.25. Okay. When Z time drops, that is not when you want Z time to drop. Okay, let's get a little bit of insight on what's going on with the comms right now. Let's head over to the War Room.
Over there, you good?
Shit.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we're
on right.
We're gonna get slightly pushed, but we should be fine.
Go over there, we're fine.
I'm
with
trying.
you for a sec.
Oh shit, watch out, Husk is shooting. I'm trying to keep trash out for you. Reloading.
We have double FP. Freeze that. And we're good with
I
the
need
time.
trash. Hold on, I got some trash, yes. Hold on, I'm desperately trying to get this trash.
QPs aren't gonna freeze.
You got this.
I have one more after this.
Okay.
Now you need to
You
kill
guys
him.
want me to come over? I just finished our side.
No, we're good. I'm grabbing
Okay.
spares.
Sick. Alright,
I
we're
got
clean.
5 freezes. I got 5 freezes.
I got double FP again.
Reloading.
I have triple.
Watch Scrakes.
Go.
I'm
Triple
coming, I'm
FP.
coming.
Yeah, one stun.
I'm reloading, bro, crash done.
I missed.
What?
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
wait,
okay.
kill the
Yeah, we have the
Oh
front
shit,
one.
I'm so
I'll
sorry.
pull the other
Oh
one
my
in.
gosh, that whoever extended that is
We're good,
is awesome.
we're good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going back.
Alright, we're chill now. Yeah.
I'm behind
Oh
fireball.
shit, I just got meatballed.
Grenade.
You guys need a freeze on left?
Yeah, we got some husks.
Yeah, we're good though.
I've been trying to take them out.
It's just the hut. Oh, hello, Scrake.
How are you doing
I
on
did
freeze
not
this
miss
turn?
I got 4. I'm chilling,
Sick.
bro.
Sick.
Start
FG.
trash. Hey, trash.
There's a Scrake on left. I'm gonna start right
Epi
after.
dead.
Start in the back.
Or we're about to get some
Get
water
on that
action here
Scrake.
footsteps.
I'm trying to. Oh my gosh, Siren. Do I have that?
There's a
That's the
QP
last
behind
one.
that bloat
Stalker
on the left.
That's all I have.
Grenade out to you guys. Oh shit, that was
We have
terrible.
another triple FP.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
I'm
side.
I'm freezing.
Yeah. I have the front one. I have just
pulling
range
some
one as
QP.
well.
Last
Loading.
MM cycle. Yeah.
You got the time?
Yep.
Yes.
Watch out, mom.
Coming, I got
I'm
it.
trying. I doubled up on one.
There's an FP in the doorway as well.
Okay.
You guys okay?
That's it. Wait, no,
Yeah,
I
just-
got one more. Do I have
I'll
one
just
more?
freeze door afterwards.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh shit.
Freezing door.
Nice. Be careful on the hunt. Remember, it's
QP,
end of wave
QP, look
10,
out.
so be careful on the hunt.
Shit, these husks are
You help
evil.
on left.
No, we're pretty good.
At 10 left.
I'm gonna hunt with them.
I
then.
have more. Yeah, I have more large over
Yeah,
here.
I'm hunting with you guys.
I don't know how much
Starting
more,
FP.
but yeah.
See down there?
Next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Good lord. So many comms. It is so discombobulating in that VC, and they all are hearing everything. It's fucking amazing.
Money here.
I'd say that was almost twice as long as the war room usually lasts, but they just kept going and it kept coming.
Like those are some really, really tight comms on JPGMafia's part. Like everything is like there's a little bit of hee hee hoo hoo in there, but more than enough. Just like straight comms, and just Like props to them.
We've got a boss spawn manipulation strategy going. Let's see where they show up.
Admire the architecture. Spawn the boss.
A little bit of both.
That it is. So we have two patties. So that minute. Oh, wow, that is insane. That boss spawn right there. They are making quick work of Kevin. Rest in peace.
It looks like they're going for a 1 cycle, not giving him a chance to heal, and there it is.
Dude, they must have planned that Z time trigger from the boss kill. Oh, an unfortunate drop there with all the ground fire. Oh, and they're not even giving it a chance. There's nothing to commentate on. Can we just give a big shout out to Kevin for at least showing up? Great job.
Fantastic score there. 28-72.
Now that was speed. Holy.
Here you go, pal.
No, we don't go to the BRB screen, you goof. All right, well, Freed, how did you feel about that match? You're rather quiet.
That was pretty crazy. That was a fast boss kill too.
That's sort yeah.
And Code, what about you? What did you think?
It definitely looked like they intentionally brought Medic in and were planning to go for speed there. And it's worth noting, after some discussion over the previous rounds objectives, that the goal for the objectives now is to make them difficult even with a medic, and therefore almost undoable without a medic. So we can't say, oh, they took a medic, they're going for the objectives now, because it's, you know, they're very, very spicy.
Oh, undoubtedly, the objectives, newer objectives, as we saw in the quarterfinals and now in the semifinals, definitely are quite demanding of some rather unorthodox play. Maybe unorthodox isn't the word, but it's going to require a little more thought than we normally give a hold. You know, you can't just think in, oh, where do we place our Trinity? Where do we place the dual hold or a solo lane? You know, there are a lot more dynamic factors to be considered. When things are just kind of turning the corner and they're in your face, and you have like essentially 10 steps of backup room, you really got to think, how can I fight this? You know, how many people and what people do we place on the outskirts of the hold? You know, who do we leave outside the hold, essentially, like the people that are not actively inside the hold? And how will that actually attribute to us, you know, creating more room? What will create more, I guess, breathing room for us to work with? I'm really liking the philosophy behind the objectives, but it's understandable that they're quite difficult to hold. I really like the concept.
So it looks like we'll be having just a short moment for them to recuperate, catch their breath, talk things out. And after how quickly they blazed through that, I don't blame them. Their adrenaline has to be going.
Oh yeah, they were working hard. That's for sure. It's cool to see Otaku Mom running the Corruptor Carbine as well. That is something you don't see too often. The Corruptor Carbine is a field net weapon that also cross perks the Sharpshooter. It's known for its really high damage per shot, and we're talking very, very high damage per shot at 275, which is even higher than the most in the gun on the Sharpshooter. But it has a unique utility of its alt fire firing a seed that takes out 50 of the 100 charge. It's a projectile that lands on Zeds, and when the Zed is killed within 7 seconds, or if a Siren's Sonic Scream destroys the projectile, the Zed will explode into healing gas. I think the properties of that healing gas too they're similar to that of a medic grenade. I think it ticks even faster. I could be wrong, but it's a very useful tool. It's just very difficult to use, and it's unfortunate that most projectiles in multiplayer don't always operate the way they should. But very cool to see it in use.
I would like to mention something. She was using it to kill husks while they were killing everything else. Otaku?
That
She was killing
you
the
are,
husks.
you are unmuted, right?
Yeah, they can hear me, yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, she was killing husks all the way in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that 275 damage is no joke, and as Melon was talking about, that utility in of itself, taking out the husks, gives the sharpshooter and gunslinger and commando, pretty much everybody on that lane, so much more agency and just taking care of everything else that can be really obstructive. Whereas most Zeds are, well, disruptive in close range, the husks are disruptive at range, and even furthermore in close range. So it's insane to see that being used the way it is.
I'd argue they're disruptive at long range and destructive at close range.
Fair. Just gotta one up me, don't you? Is that what this is?
Well, I mean, it's
that
not
what
even the
this is?
flamethrower; it's the explosion.
Yeah.
It's real hard to survive that husk suicide.
Oh, Code, come on! It's only a 180 damage. No big deal. Yeah, the husk kamikaze explosion is insane. So.
I am curious if there will be any change-ups to this.
Yeah,
If
actually,
you're
we
going to
kind of
change any perks, any hold, and maybe slip an objective in there. Not a bad idea. I'll hop down and check just a moment.
all right. Code is off to go check in and see if they want to do a restart in case that trader bug happens again. I'm thinking they might keep the same comp, just run the same thing twice. Would be a safe and strong way to play. Because, you know, as much as everyone wants to see a power move, we have to also consider what is realistic and what could be considered a soft throw. You know, because going for the objectives would net you a really good chunk of change, but at what cost? Especially when, if you could argue, well, if the objective doesn't work out, kite out, but kiting is inevitably more loss of time. So there is a lot to consider, and if you're kiting, you're in an inherently more danger than you are in your hold. Freed, what are your thoughts on the one sharpshooter limit?
I like it because it kind of breaks up the current, like, one of the best team comps in the entire game is currently 2 gunslingers, 2 sharpshooters, Mando, and medic, right? And that is a team comp that can do spawn cycles way harder than ASL. And it kind of breaks it up to kind of force people to play a little bit different. That way we're not just... It also makes it a little bit more exciting and engaging to watch, because it's not, oh, here comes like 5 flesh pounds and 6 scrakes, and then Z time pops and everything's dead, right? So it's kind of interesting. It gives the team a little bit less Z time proccing, and it makes them play a little bit harder and in different ways that's not fully, I guess, meta, right? And it kind of gives the cycle, it kind of unties the cycle's hands a little bit, and it makes for more interesting gameplay. And it's nice to see other perks like Firebug and Demo and all these other perks that aren't used very often, like Support, SWAT, a chance to jump in and shine and show what they can do.
I could not fucking agree more, and I am very much with you on that. I like the kind of diversity it can incur. And it's right as is. It's already really cool to see a Firebug being used, and really being utilized for its perk purpose.
I know, like, me personally, I get bored watching like 6 teams all do the exact same team comp and basically do the exact same thing every single match. And it's really nice to see, Demo, Zerker, Support, Firebug, Survivalist get thrown in and show that those perks are viable. You can use them, and it also makes for more interesting gameplay.
Absolutely.
Quick
I think
update.
Oh, go ahead.
We believe we'll be fine. They believe they'll be fine. They're going, if they hit it on Wave 1 Trader, they're going to have Failology do the buy round for Cabbage. They're going to signal us that they had issues, and then if the issue happens again on Wave 2, then we'll do a pause and have them rejoin.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Sounds good then. It looks like we are at time, right? Are they? Let's go ahead and ask them if they're ready.
You've got me ready for them to answer with buoy.
All right. Seems they are Seti Spaghetti. Not seeing any change up in the perk roster, so it looks like they might be going with the same composition. I'm looking for the funny. I'm waiting for the funny to happen right now, where they all go. Broop. They're gonna move all the perks to the right. So Blue's gonna be playing Slinger, Fail's gonna be playing Firebug, Cabbage is gonna be playing Slinger. You know, it's gonna be great.
And you know this is gonna happen?
I can feel it in my bone.
Your one bone,
Yeah, my single bone, the one that's on my team.
like the. What are your thoughts on the one sharpshooter? I don't know if you were in the VC when we were talking about that, the rule change where we can only have one sharpshooter.
I'm excited because it makes them really think about their freeze usage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the actual peaks, but if you've got 12 freezes, I'm sure that gives you enough to handle, if not all of the large peaks, then most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, there is a Scrake in their hold, though.
Oh, that is concerning. That's a freeze.
Yep.
That's a freeze for the and quick work on that Scrake. Great job from JPGMafia right there.
But on the topic of the freezes and the sharps, you know, they've only got one more freeze left for this wave.
As opposed to 3, yeah. Yeah, because the two
sharps. I don't
sharps.
remember how many they have. How many larges are up? illethP.
Sorry, I don't know why my browser is not in mod view. So my bad. Sorry about that. Just getting rid of some great promotional material in the chat. Don't mind me. I too want to be famous, but at what cost? At the cost of a Scrake spawning in my hold? Not today.
What about tomorrow?
I'll consider it. Think about it. Just remind me.
Fairly clean takedown on that Scrake there. No hesitation, just as that time went off, they finished it off. And it looks like that's going to be the last Scrake of the wave painted now. Looks like it's heading to the left lane, where Kyrum is with that last freeze, should they choose to.
Oh, that poor Scrake. He's gonna get... Are they even gonna freeze him? I think they're just standing... Oh, okay. Yeah. That I feel that monumental right there. This is not a fact, but it is a fact.
Freeze it anyway.
If you throw a freeze to sharpshooter, there is an extremely high chance that Z-Town will pop anyways, and you will have never needed the freeze. And then you just get to sit there feeling really bad while you throw the freeze nade.
Or a stalker likes to do a somersault out of nowhere and just kick that
yeah.
in front of you. That's my all-time favorite.
You know, when you get a stalker thinking you guys are role playing Pokemon and you're throwing a Pokeball at her, so she just eats the eats the freeze grenade before it actually. Yes. Good times, good times. Thinking they're good there. Yeah, looks like they're good. No traitor bug for Cabbage. That is good. That is good to see.
Up my leg, up my back, and over my shoulder. Knew a guy in Sydney with some sledges.
And they've broken the left door. Very good. You're wondering why some teams block, not some teams, but most teams really ever destroy doors. It's because they can be rather finicky. Mainly, one big thing, other than obviously, you know, having a line of sight, being able to shoot through things, is that Husks, actually all Zeds can just walk through doors that are open. The door's closed, it's a different story, but a Husk can shoot a rocket right through a door. So if a Husk is hiding behind a door that's like opened, it can shoot the rocket through the door and hit you. So those are the real enemy.
The doors lie.
The doors are a lie indeed.
A lot of
Just
people think the floors are the biggest thing to worry about, but it's actually the doors.
They should have called this killing door too.
No, it's gonna be killing door 3.
Oh, sure, you're right. I'm making them up. I'm gonna replace all the doors in the game with Zeds and all the Zeds with doors.
Just the door T-posing at you.
Freeze the double door. Freeze it.
Freeze double door. Dude,
Double
King
door
Flash,
down.
King Flash Pound can be the doors from Thrill Chills. Specifically the barn.
Left side about to get slammed here. Making quick work of him though. QP's down. Do they get the FP? And just in time for Z time. There's that free zil we're talking about.
I mean, I guess you know, at least in this case, he actually bought them the time they needed to get in and then get out. So, at least, right? At least you don't feel too raw by that one. Shouts out to Kyrum for keeping his morale up despite this.
Most of the focus for freezes is going to be on larges, but it's also worth noting that throwing a freeze at the right place can block a door or keep trash off of a large while you're taking it down. Instead of having them get in the way, get onto you. Lots of opportunities for them to just be in the way while you're trying to take down a large.
Yeah, some technical funs. We got a mom already waiting at the trader there because, I mean, this is kind of wrapping up. Was past tense. But a little bit of technical jargon for you guys. One great thing about freezing certain doors or certain areas that are rather narrow. Some areas that are very tight in the game, there's these things called choke points. And what they do is anything in the radius of that little narrow passage gets their hitbox basically turned into like a 1 unit wide hitbox. So that Zed can, collision boxes, that's the word I'm looking for.
I guess
or
you could
freeze.
say it prevents from being able to pass through each other into solid objects that they can't pass through, so they wind up being choked at that point.
Can we get an admin in here to change one of the commentators out, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, get me out of here. Holy shit. Get me out of here. But this is the worst. Actually the worst. Me too though. But what the good thing is about certain passages is they don't have that choke point collision. So if you were to freeze something like a flesh pound, something wide like a flesh pound or a bloat or a scrake, it actually disallows any other Zed to pass through it. And this includes what you just saw there on the right there with the Zed shrapnel, is that stun scrake was blocking half the doorway, which then actually funnels the Zeds into that left side of the scrake, which can actually be extremely beneficial. And with the case of a stun or a freeze, you could shoot things behind them for free without them actually getting any distance on you.
Good deal. They get it for free.
Did it for free.
UP's coming down on the left, real close. They back up off the door. Freeze goes out and they clean them up.
Ooh, got quite a large background on the left.
Drop. Was that planned or was it just difficulty seeing through the freezes? Those can get really hard to see through.
Especially during Z time, yeah.
Could have been planned because the Z time came at like the best time.
I mean, speaking of Z time in and of itself, actually, Otakumon standing this close to the Trinity lane on the left actually could be kind of a negative, really. If the flash from the airborne agent, if the flash from the airborne agent gets too close to the players, it can be really hard to see through that too. And it can also kill the trash that Cabbage might be trying to extend off of. But it seems like they're fine. I'm likely overthinking it.
My guess is that Mom was up so close trying to give them buffs. Make sure that they're
Probably.
all buffed to 3 stack.
Mm-hmm.
That we also know players like to dodge darts, so sometimes you have to get kind of close and just spray them with gas because they like to move back and forth by a step at a time.
You know, you being a medic main kind of makes me think that you were probably exuberant that you were not playing medic when you guys had the Zerker on your team.
I am just yeah, no, I was pretty happy about that. I was having fun with Firebug though.
Yeah, that guy was literally in the floor. I think he dodged a bullet there. Or I guess he dodged it for you.
No, he didn't dodge the bullets, he only dodged the darts. Unfortunate stumble as the freeze goes off.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate timing.
Last 2 streaks walking up late to the party.
Oh, suck it up.
Yeah, that was me arriving to. Oh, is anybody else seeing that?
Seeing what?
The Scrake was like stapled midair, like it just froze midair, like its hand got
only
stuck.
you.
Oh man.
Hindsight.
Yep, that is a metal clip right
Here we
there. Sorry about that.
see the freeze goes off, an unfortunate drop in Z time, but they just keep pounding away at it. There it goes. And then move right back up to the next one. There's that unfortunate stumble, or it was a rage, not a stumble.
Yes, I thought I was losing my shit right there. I was like, stumble. I think I know what he means, but
What I mean is I'm wrong.
it's okay. I'm a brain too. Immediate spawn group right there in the back. Where is it going though?
Take a breath.
A nice meaty meatball there. Got 3 of them from the husk.
Yeah, it just sounds like free auto target buffs. Let's go.
You can see Blueflame has nearly full armor, Mom has a little bit, and everyone else has none. We can take a look on the next wave and see if they are doing the by a little bit every wave, as Freed or Illeth mentioned last time.
Mm-hmm. It's always nice to be able to look at the right lane and just get a fireworks show in Z time. Ever feel like you need to see something nice? Just look at the right lane. There's
Ooh, this right lane's gonna get interesting.
That it is.
We've got 2 full pounds, a quarter pound, and more quarter pounds funneling in with 3 Scrakes behind.
Oh, you
Popping up. 2 Scrakes popping up on Blue's lane. I don't think they've seen it yet.
I mean, do you think when the Scrakes go like, roar, do you think it's one of Blue's clues?
Weren't you the one that wanted the
Yeah,
admin
can we get an
to replace
admin to
someone?
come in here and
I
definitely
am on
swap
mute
out
just to
someone?
tell you to shut up, dude.
We need some kappas in the chat to ban Illith. Anyways. Well, while we were having that banter, all the largest got deleted, so that's good. Yeah, they're just cruising through these waves right now. They're making great time as they go through all this.
Ooh, right side's got a pound issue.
Oh, when you guys say right
Arc
side,
nearly
Arc
did.
is-
Oh, Arc burns from the husk shot.
that
was
is so
unlucky.
unfortunate.
Phyllis, did you see what was said in chat?
Ooh, yeah.
We'll have to
We-
pause during the trader time.
Yeah, I was just about to say I was gonna type in chat. I have to press mouse 5 in order to talk, so I'll go ahead and head over into their PC and ask them what's going on.
There's the trader time. We'll talk a little bit, and we'll get a pause from Illith. There it is. So it looks like Ark had some technical difficulties where their self-heal button on Q for the default and their 3-4 buttons on their keyboard didn't work. So they got hit by the husk, they were burning, and they had the gore fest on them as well. So they tried to heal themselves, and unfortunately the buttons just didn't work. Illeth has hopped over to the other voice channel and he's talking to them now. My guess is that we may have to unpause, repause for Ark to rejoin. I don't believe we'll have much other consequence from that aside from that unfortunate loss in the health bonus.
Which, to be fair, we'll review it and probably give that back. Probably give the health bonus back.
Yeah, I believe it'll probably end up being that way. It'll be a manual review at a later time, though.
Yeah.
No, Caprara. Ark was shot by a husk and was going to burn to death. Tried to heal, and unfortunately their self-heal button and their syringe bind, the switch to syringe bind, just didn't work.
Okay, I am back. Hello. So, as far as I know, yes, as Freed said in chat, it's a vanilla bug where sometimes given items are just not there. You know, they're just not there. I've experienced that once, and I mean once in my 2,200 hours of playing. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know why it happens. Dude, I think I might have been in solo when it happened as well. So just no idea, but it sorted out. I made sure that all of them have their default items, so they should be good. But we're gonna have to be conscientious about that after any deaths to see if everyone respawns with their proper equipment. That's like, this is literally a 1 in a million moment, and it just happened to happen during this match, and that's just extremely unfortunate, honestly.
But what I'm hearing is that's your second time seeing it.
Okay, well, it's my second time seeing it, but I had one time where I experienced it.
They don't seem to be flustered, though, despite that. Ark is back with
You
a single
should
league
probably
again.
say that they're not going to lose those points. We will give them back.
So for what it's worth, though, in regards to that bug, we're going to be taking a look at the clip after the match, because we can't really look at it right now. Otherwise, it would waste a lot of time, and we're going to be figuring out what goes on with it. Because it's likely that they're going to be getting their 100 points back, because that is a bug that's outside of our control and outside of their control. And there's really nothing that can be done about that. And beyond that, it happened. Yeah. And beyond that, it happened at like pretty much the end of the wave, so it likely was an avoidable thing if it weren't for the bug.
It's unfortunately just something that needs to be reviewed manually.
Ooh, Fail.
Oh.
Fail got hit in the back, it looked like from a flesh pound.
Ooh, that is a big yikes right there. Unfortunate death on Fail's part.
This right here is where this hold is going to become really hard to hold.
If they're leaving, they need to leave now, and they need to leave on the right side.
Yeah, we might want to head to War Room. This is 122 left. We should. Yeah, let's head to the War Room. Head to the War Room.
Down.
Up the stairs to the middle. Go up the stairs to the middle.
Middle.
Yep.
There's a lot
all good. Just stick together. Yep.
Okay.
You got some time. Don't kill any trash. Don't kill trash, guys.
I need.
Yep.
There's a triple FP on the stairs going to middle.
I'm trying to look for more. That's all I can find.
Just keep going. When you get to middle, go right.
Keep directing us. I don't remember the kite route.
I'm just following you.
Through...
Wait.
Yeah. Keep going that way. Yeah, go that way. And take left. Take left out of this way.
Watch out.
Watch behind you. There's bloats.
Don't kill trash again. Leave trash.
I can't see what's available. Okay.
Yep. I mean, just
we're on last MM cycle.
There's more bloats behind you guys.
Okay.
And a siren.
Yeah, there's a lot in front of you. You need to kill.
Siren right behind that.
Yeah.
I'm watching the back. I'm watching the back.
Okay, now you guys keep going straight up. And you guys have a lot of rage FP you're gonna have to deal with. Yeah,
let me
derage
take it.
not
Let
on
me
the
hit.
stairs. Don't
Oh
do it on the
shit!
stairs.
Oh shit!
Do it on stairs.
Yeah, be careful.
Watch out. Heal up.
Yep.
Mom,
Heal
don't
up,
tank.
Mom,
Don't tank.
back
Don't
up.
tank.
I've got separated.
Mom, back up. Oh shit.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Chill.
Keep going. Keep going.
You're gonna have to take trade hits. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
He'll be with the 401 as well.
Yeah.
Alright, this FP in front of you guys, he's calm. You have time to take him right now.
Yeah. There's nothing behind.
You guys have to
right
peel
now.
really carefully. Yep.
He's low.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Now you guys have a
I
rage
need to
break
reload.
on
I need to
you.
reload.
There's gonna be another rage flush pound.
Top middle of the stairs is a calm straight.
Keep going.
Alright, you guys have 2 rage flush pounds. Someone
Yeah.
take one, someone tank the other. Blue's got this first one.
Blue.
You
Wait, where are you going?
You guys split. You guys split.
Yeah, keep going that way, Blue. Keep going that way.
I got you.
Yep.
Reconverge at the hold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
you
to the
guys
hold,
should be
Blue.
good.
Turn back around. Blue, turn back around. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
go
QP
toward the
behind
hold.
you, Cab.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys gotta hurry through. Yep.
Oh shit.
You're fine. Nice.
No, go back to hold.
I'm
Go back,
stuck.
hold.
I'm behind.
Hold. Just bash.
Blue go around.
Okay.
Cabbagekoreanjew, where are you going?
Wait.
Blue,
Oh
Cab,
shit.
damn
He's
it.
that
Yeah,
way.
No, it's okay.
Shit.
Cab, I'm watching Cab right now. Cab, go up the stairs.
Go up the stairs. Oh sh.
Alright, get to hold. Yeah. Kill this
Somebody
QP
love
behind
me,
you.
please.
Kill this QP behind
Oh, that
you.
QP
Yeah.
ran away.
Okay, you guys are good. You guys are
And there's rage FP on you guys. Get
Jen's
ready to
got
tank.
a FP.
I'll take it. I'll take
Blue,
it.
tank
Nice.
that. Yeah,
Good,
just
good,
derage.
good.
Yeah, derage it and now just kite it. Just leave it alone.
There's another calm
You guys
FP
have
in
time
our
to
lane,
take that.
Jen.
You have time to kill that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a calm one coming from our side.
There's a
On the
bloat
left.
on the
He's
commando
fake
side
raging.
behind
He's
you.
fake
Careful. Yeah.
Yep. Make sure you're healing each
Reloading.
other. Alright, this FP that you tried is really low. There was another
another
FP
one on the
Mando
left.
side. It's gonna rage
But there's
soon.
scrakes behind you guys.
Alright,
There's a
yeah.
lot of
Watch
scrakes.
out.
where
Oh
you're
shit.
going.
Oh shit.
Hold up. I'm gonna.
All good. Alright,
Let's
get
go
back.
back
Yeah,
out. Go back
come on.
over.
Blue, 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 where you at?
Okay, maybe not.
I'm here, right here.
You can pull him out. You can pull him
Yeah,
out.
you have to like try and push through. Yep.
Oh, Cab.
Alright, just heal each other. There's
Guys,
one
guys,
flash
guys.
pound left, so be careful about
raging.
tanking.
Let him come out,
Blue,
let him
you
come out.
try
Where,
and
where,
tank.
left, over. Oh shit.
I on TP my
Shit.
weapons
No,
and
he's
get
gonna
the
kill
kill. You'll be
you.
good.
Yeah,
Dude.
just stumble. It's okay. It's okay. Kill this Drake. That FP is on. He's on rage timer, so you have time to like do your thing.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
wish
god,
he would.
he's being weird. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
He's low.
Yeah, very low.
Alright, on DP, so if you could get, I don't know where my Fimo is, but if you get
All right,
to it.
just take your time here.
Only
Take your
scrapes.
time and breathe. Run the same.
I'm
route.
gonna use your Deagle for this.
Yeah, no, go for it. I mean, if you got ammo, you got ammo. You know. Take your time. It's more important you guys stay alive.
Yes. Oh, I watch out.
All good.
Look out, Blue. You're backed up against the wall.
Alright.
Shield each other. Yep.
Yes.
How are you on ammo? Are you still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Shield each other. Yep.
I think Blue queued. I don't want to kill anything at this low health.
Just make sure you
Yeah,
got that.
my
right
Hemo's
area.
up on the. If you go up the left, if you go the stairs on the left.
You guys want to back up there?
Yeller.
No, this is fine. It's a long lane. You
Oh, okay. Yeah,
straight
you only have
shots.
5.
Yeah.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah. Just be careful how you're backing up, Jen. There's the rock.
Yeah, there's a
behind you.
rock.
Yeah.
He's low.
Yep. Very low. You let Helios finish. Yep. It's okay, guys. Breathe.
You
It's
got
fine.
this, you got
There's just
this,
one
yeah.
mistake. It was one mistake. Don't worry about it. We're still alive. We're still in it. That's what's important.
Man, fail with those calls, keeping everyone calm,
Yeah.
directing them. That was some good communication right there.
Yeah, that was insane work on all of them. Yeah, the fail and art just keeping the team glued together there. That was great. It was a dance, dude. I felt like I was in there. Like I felt my vocal cords tighten up, like ready to be like, you know, being serious mode because you know I'm never serious. But you know, that was one hell of a fucking wave.
Oh yeah, that hold falls apart. Getting out is really hard, and then that kite path is not very easy. There's a lot of stairs. Can't really derage too well on stairs because you'll get hit, and instead of getting launched back and like damage surf it, you'll just go back just a little bit and get that follow-up hit. And most times it's pretty much getting hit on stairs is almost an insta-kill.
Yeah. Just did that kite.
Here fails panic when he saw them take that hit on the stairs.
Oh yeah, getting stair scummed. This ain't it, Chief.
It happens to me all the time. It's their favorite trick. They find that one small mound on the ground. It's going to count for elevated terrain that catches my feet, and I go nowhere. Looks like left side's going to be interesting in just a little bit here. Probably right after Z time. No, they've got a little bit of breathing room. They might be able to get another Z time. There's 1 quarter pound, 2 full pounds, and 2 scrakes.
You know, one thing that I just realized, despite that turmoil, they
spoke
got
too
back
soon.
to
They
Trader.
just got a full dollar. Or
They got back
75.
to Trader and bought back really quick. They recovered like nothing.
Yeah, I almost wonder if they practiced that.
They probably haven't had to kite too much at all. I mean,
Good free.
most of us all here are in the tournament. We know that like when the match comes, it almost never goes like it does in practice.
That freeze did not get any largest, but it did freeze 2 bloats, which just gave them so much breathing room from everything else coming through the door.
I mean, we all know one person that made that freeze made happy. Elmo.
Will they freeze a bloat?
Freeze a bloat.
It froze 2 headless bloats.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, you gotta watch out for the headless bloats. They'll get you.
Yeah, a little bit of a funny on the right here. But it is 3 QPs, and they probably will make very quick work of that. No, actually, that's not 3 QPs. That is an FP and two cousins. And another 2 FPs. Oh boy. It's a family reunion. Oh wait, it's more than a family reunion. That is a like
Extended family reunion?
Extended
dude,
family
it's
reunion.
triple FP, 2 Scrakes, 3 QPs. Oh, and they are ending it. They are saying fuck no to that.
All that in a bag of chips? Ah, I miss the 90s.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude.
Left side getting pushed.
Ooh. End of wave though. End
They
of wave.
clear
though.
the crit.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but Otaku Mom pumped that 1 flesh pound full of hemogoblin shots. I can't talk. That mixed with a gunslinger's headshots, it just slows them down to an angry roar.
Yeah, that speed decrease, I believe, is like 70% total or something crazy like that. It's something insane. It's because I believe the movement speed decreased from the bleed effect from the hemogoblin, as well as the snare from Skullcracker, are multiplicative to each other. So yeah, that's that power walk for you.
It's always great when they go from raging charging to just power walking at you.
It's still scary as shit, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, it's still not something you want to see.
You're in for so much pain once I get over there. Just don't mind me having to walk.
Just you wait once these afflictions are gone. Dude, I was getting my blood
Quick
work done
QP
yesterday.
spawn coming in on the left side.
QP spawn, you say? Oh wow!
Kyrum
Just right from the
saw
start.
it and they just immediately turned on it. Great extends from Cabbage. Despite having to look over 2 players, he still got those full.
Ooh, the objective they could have held here is actually terrifying to look at. It is the hold that is right by the big door where they eliminated all those Scrakes at that one wave. It is just a 4-way.
That hold is elite.
That's a polite way
That
to
hold is
for that one.
Yeah, that's not a good spot. That's scary.
It's doable, but at what cost?
5 health points.
It's high.
I do
I'd
want to
much rather-
note Blueflame's position here, and Fail has been holding right next to her as well. Back behind the little ledge that the back spawns jump off of, so that no matter what comes in, they're actually coming in front of both of them.
Yeah, that is good positioning. I think they kind of decided on that, kind of somewhere in the middle of the match.
It also kind of gives them a little bit more room to work with anything that might be raged from the fire.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. What's also good too, right there as you saw, that siren screamed, but Blue did not take any damage. So it's kind of like an early warning sign that, hey, you've got some annoying stuff coming on the right.
Blue's wearing earplugs. Sirens don't affect you.
Oh,
Clearly.
huge spawn on the right side. They've spawned right next to the door.
Very good. Ooh, Blue making quick work of that QP. Oh my.
Left side.
Ooh, a live side is
hard.
getting...
Two of those spawned on the right and actually went off to the left. That makes for some interesting pathing decisions.
Oh, they need this dead time to recuperate. They need this. This is gonna get messy, you know.
As Illith mentioned earlier, anyone who's going up in that center area does pull a lot of the aggro. But Fail is making quick work.
Let's see how they handle
Plays it
this.
smart, walks up, takes the hit, bashes it off.
Right side's pushed real hard now.
Ooh, both lanes are collapsing on each other.
Yep.
They are just past MM. If they don't recover here on the next set time, I'd say it's a good time for a war room.
Nah, that number's gonna go down real quick. At most, they're just trying to fight it out from center.
They're already back.
Didn't even need the Z time. Look at them proving me wrong.
Doesn't even need it. The director's like, let's let him cook.
Smart freeze on the left here.
Having the one left. Rest in peace to this Scrake. Good shit. 2 minutes 18 seconds on that wave as well. They are coming back strong. While this replay goes out, I'm gonna leave casting you guys for a bit. I'm gonna just refill my soda.
Okay. You can see that safety freeze right there. Didn't even bother worrying about the 40 dosh. Just said, let's get both of them. Let's get them done.
It's like he's now running the
Thanks, sweetheart.
301 and the Hemogoblin. Also notice that Takumam's got my skin on her Hemogoblin. The Street Punks. Oh, and a Corruptor Carbine now. Alright, 301 for Kite probably.
So Free, do you? How about you give us a little,
applause for that one.
I guess, opinion on 401 versus 301? Because I know 401's healing is really strong. That stumble on the 301 just really takes the cake.
Oh,
This is true.
So the 401 is really good. Like it's got slightly better darts than the 301 does, and the reason why I personally like using the 301 over the 401 is
Chin up, tits
generally when I need to kill something or help out or throw freedom seeds downrange, it's in my face or it's not really. It's more of a quick burst, and the 301 just does so much more burst damage than the 401 does. And I just find that the 301 just overall performs a lot better for a lot of holds than the 401 does. 401, if you need to turn and kill a crawler or something, you have to. You take a little bit more time aiming, and it just takes the time to kill for trash is just slightly taller, slightly longer than the 301. 301 you can just turn, shoot once, and move on with your life. Whereas the 401 you actually have to fire, make sure it's dead, and then go on. That's
Also,
the woes of a medic main, having to aim.
Right?
I'll say this much: as somebody who's played with Freed a lot, yeah, Freed has assisted me with so many takedowns with the 301. Just like an FP or a straight gets in my face, and it's just the breakpoint diminishes extremely because Freed's just back there going flat.
And there really is nothing wrong using the 401. I just found that the 301 works in more situations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure no one heard you, Melon, but Melon agrees. Melon agrees with me.
No, I did not. I said the 401's better for... But, hey, bitch.
Like cut out halfway through that, but thank you for that. Good. But back to the match. They are taking this back slowly but surely.
Great freeze from Kyrum bought the space they needed. You can see they both went down without any damage.
Well, unfortunate drop there.
Mom is stuck in a corner.
Ooh, that's not good. That is not. Oh, there we go.
Oh, we're out clear.
And the bailout from Ark. Great job.
side seems to be struggling a little bit reclaiming. Oh, that's a lot of husks. Never mind.
Arc just deleting the flesh pound.
This husk kind of hiding on the left lane. Yeah, last 7 though, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, they're just eviscerating
the last 2
this.
Scrakes showing up late. Oh no, I lied. That's a Scrake and a flesh pound. I'm blind.
Not anymore.
Yeah, they are really capitalizing on that 64 max monsters and just decimating the wave. That is one thing about the higher MMs on these recent matches is although it is more difficult to hold, it is the higher potential to have quicker clear times. Everything is spawning much quicker because there's a much larger amount of Zeds that can be on the map at once.
This next hold is a spicy one. I don't think they're going to go for it because they're just blasting through this one so easily. But this next hold is. I would not want to hold that.
That's grimy. That's grimy.
That's sweaty.
You know,
that's a
I've
5-way
actually held there before.
But did you have fun?
Doable.
It sucked less than you would think, but for a wave 10 hold or a wave 9 hold, I would not want to do it.
I would definitely give it a shot over that last objective that they had.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Quick work of the flesh pounds on both lanes there.
Fire to kill demons.
That's 75 cents coming up on the left.
Ooh,
$1.70.
Just in time for Zed time. Unfortunately, nothing for Cabbage to take Zed time with.
Someone's.
Does not seem to have mattered.
Yeah, they got the quick Zed time right after. That's good.
Seems like just a stroll in the park for them right now.
One thing to keep in mind too is, although from our spectator view we could see a lot, there might have actually been quite a lot for Cabbage to fire at. But with all the muzzle flash, all the blood effects, all the explosions, and the residue from, well, everything, it's kind of hard to see things, especially during Zed time with the desaturation and the exposure effects.
Yeah, they only have that small little doorway to work with. You know, you can't really push too far out because you get sight rages from the right, and you don't want to have a Scrake fall on you because they like to fly.
Beautiful recovery from Cabbage.
Yeah,
that seed nearly took his extension.
Yeah, that's one downside about the Corruptor is, yeah, that seed can be very disruptive at the same time. Ooh, unfortunate freeze right there.
Sorry,
they put out another freeze.
The left side's getting walked down by Scrakes.
MrFailology has flexed over to the center here. He's just keeping pressure on that door, and he has to go back.
Yep. Oh,
ooh, and the FP is changing directions here.
Unleash the sun on everything.
And I give to you the sun.
Looks like Fail was boxing a headless flesh pound for a little bit there.
Yeah, this one does.
I mean, you gotta give it the courtesy punch.
I mean, I guess he was going pound for pound with that guy.
I don't get it. I need you to explain that to me. Like,
I'm not gonna explain it.
You have to.
No.
Sir, you're lucky that there's no sound effect from someone leaving the voice, because you would have left the voice.
I got you, fam.
Nice freeze. Got all 3 of those pounds. And
Just in time for Zed time. Let's see what they get here.
See if Ark is able to
not much.
Clear him out.
Ooh, unfortunate. Ooh, big freeze though.
That was the last freeze. We're gonna have to make the most of it.
Cabbage unfortunately only had the bloat and all of those larges for any opportunities of an extension.
They shared that hit.
That's a huge deadly hit there.
Last 2 though. There, let's mop this up.
There goes wave 9. They are down into the point where their time bonus is running out. Faster. And they're actually, I believe they'll be fine, but we'll have to see if they can finish this next wave with some time bonus left.
I mean, from the way things are going, it's clearly shown that Wave 5 was simply a fluke. They have come back down and just not let it phase them at all. So kudos to them.
Who needs something dangerous?
Or we might go into war room here, depending on how it goes.
I think once the first Giga or a Giga reaches their sightline is when we should hop in and see how their comms go.
You mean like that Juicy 4-2 who's likely going to meet up with another spawn group on the way? Yeah, probably.
You're Juicy 4-2.
I wish I was. We got $1.
Ooh, the full dollar.
What is that objective?
Oh, I didn't even see the objective.
Oh,
no, I know this one. Yep. That one's a.
I can understand
It's
why they
just
did
under the bridge.
That would have been.
I don't want to
cool
do it.
see.
I'm just looking.
That is not a lot of room to play.
You know what would be interesting for the finale, very end of the tournament match for the staff.
Everything's
the staff match?
converging on this left side. I'm gonna pull us into Worm real quick.
Oh, let's do that actually. Yeah.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. I got Scrace right.
Oh shit, there's two. Oh my.
It's in there.
There are so many. We need help, Phil.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh
already.
shit, I'm gonna take a trade. We're
This
gonna have
one's
to
low.
trade.
No, I'll tank this one.
Okay, one's deraged.
I'm freezing. All frozen, all
This
frozen.
one's low.
Grenade.
Oh my fuck. Oh, we're
No,
backed
no,
up.
we
We're
got it,
literally
we got it.
out of the
Again.
game.
Yeah.
Take out the frozen.
Get unfrozen one right. Should have Z time soon.
Shit, there's no.
I got QP,
Oh,
I got QP. Freezing again. I have no freezes,
Watch
I have no
strike
freezes,
in
I have no
middle.
freezes.
Strike in middle. We need a focus fire. This
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, ready.
I'm gonna go middle and take care of the QP real quick.
The
I don't
Strake's
have a
alive.
strike
Strake's still
Strake's
alive,
still alive?
guys.
I thought he went around the box.
He's dead,
I'm
he's
sorry.
dead, he's dead. We might need to kite out. We might need to kite out.
We can't.
We can't?
Our side's messed up.
I'm
Grenade,
literally
grenade,
back
grenade,
in.
grenade.
I'm gonna need some
Yeah,
help.
Yeah, let's get out.
completely
Oh
fucked.
my
No.
god, I backpacked.
I have no freezes.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm
That
getting
was
a
so unlucky, bro.
There was like 10
got
fucking
this,
flesh
Blue.
bounds on the left.
We got this.
Wait, Mom's.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
That was so
That was the
unlucky.
most insane
Bro, this is
giga, bro.
ASL. This is ASL.
Did you guys see what happened on the way we kited out right there? Like, there was an F.
Good.
What was that spawn? Dude, how many was that?
I believe the correct calculation is all of them.
Yeah.
That was. That
yeah.
That was a moment. ASL being big funny right there. Oh my god.
I will say that that's a great example of why, even when we say that ASL is one of the easier cycles of control difficulty, it still hits hard. It's not something you can escape from.
I'll tell you this much. What it is, I find, is that people forget that it's not that ASL. ASL is the easiest spawn cycle in control difficulty. Yes. Control difficulty is still fucking hard. It is still hard, and there are so many factors that go into what makes it difficult. You know what I mean? Like 64 allows all those large groups to spawn at once. Like if anybody plays practice mode, solo mode, and you up the when you're playing wave 10, you'll see a huge difference in how it paces. It becomes less like, oh, you get the 4 and then you get the next 4. Like, no, it's like you're working on the 4 and the other 4's already here. You better finish up. Like makes a difference.
Yeah, ASL is relatively tame and mild and easy all the way up until like wave 9 is when it starts pulling out its hands. And waves 9 and 10, mostly 10, you can get some crazy spawns like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ASL is
I'm gonna bring
terrifying.
Ark and Fail up for an interview here.
Absolutely, go ahead and bring him in. Hello, guys. GG's and great. You guys played
GG's
phenomenally.
and good lord.
Yeah.
That spawn
We
was
got
nuts.
kind of whiplashed at the.
Oh my god.
Good lord, have fun.
They
Oh,
just kind of all funneled in. We're like, oh yeah, that's a lot, and then it just kept being more and more every time we looked at it.
Yeah, it was really funny having that attempt, or rather our first attempt juxtaposed with the second one.
Yeah.
With just like how, just how Killing Floor can be sometimes.
How loaded it was on left side.
Yeah, it's just funny having those two runs actually be back to back. Like
Yeah.
a fairly like
First one wasn't that
normal
bad.
run. The first run was probably a little right heavier, like it heavier than it
We had
normally
flexes to your
is.
side.
Yeah, and then the second run where it was actually like just nothing on the right side, just everything on the left all
land.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was honestly a wild contrast. Like I was kind of sitting there like, wait, did something mess up? Did we just have a KF2 moment? Like
I got
myself on the
scared when I
left side more
saw
than the right.
quad FP come out the front, and then he dropped Z time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there
man.
was just
because there was
nothing
like
to
no
stare at.
trash. It was
mhm.
like the
Yeah,
4
I
FPs
think-
were front loaded. There was nothing for him to take.
I think it's really hard because we had never had to make that play in practice, but I think the solution in that situation would actually have been to make Cabbage go right side and try to pull anything for extensions there, because
Mhm.
they're like, when you see a spawn like that, you kind of just know there's going to be nothing on the left side anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, I just need to go somewhere else. Like, but
I
that's
would like to
that's in retrospect. It's a hard call to make. Like I said, we would never had that situation happen in practice, so it's hard
Right.
to like.
Well,
make
you want to
something
know
like
why we
that
didn't have
happen
that
on the
situation
spot.
happen in practice? Is because we didn't run this comp until literally the match.
Yeah, so that actually kind of perfectly segues into what I was going to ask. Like, which one of you want to talk about, like your guys' roster, the composition you guys had? What was the idea behind it?
The idea was we couldn't make the other comp consistent.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that, or
We were running SWAT instead of medic, with me on SWAT and Mom on Slinger, until literally 5 minutes before the match.
Pretty much.
Oh.
But
Well
we
then.
literally, like, we were trying so hard to make it consistent. Like, that run we did with medic was literally the first time we'd played with it.
Yeah,
You fooled me.
The thing was, is we had played that hold, especially it being the regular CD hold. Like, people have played it before, and it just so happens that the hold itself is pretty fast too. But my point is we had played that hold already, so just like picking up a medic on it wasn't really too big of a change realistically. But it was really just like a lot of the different zones we tried to play, or like, in fact, we tried to play a lot of zones in practice, and there were some of them that felt pretty good. But it was really just the consistency of the situation. It was like, well, we can do this zone, but like, there's a 20% chance we're going to get a really crazy spawn that, maybe might end up killing 2 players because we don't have a medic, and then, we're going to end up net negative doing the objective.
That's fair.
Why we ended up holding just the regular spot the whole time. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were also trying for objectives too, but because we didn't have time to practice the objectives with a medic, we didn't go for them at all.
Yeah.
That leads me to actually another question. Jen, are you just like reading my mind on like what I'm about to ask about, or like what is this?
I'm in your walls.
I knew it.
Yeah, dude. You, like, open the wall in your living room on the west side of your house. I'm in there with my PC. You can probably hear the PC when I'm playing KO.
Yeah, I heard somebody just keep whispering, "Reinstall the division, reinstalling." But yeah, so the objectives. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on the objectives in both scenarios? Like,
you go ahead.
Okay, so some of them were actually not that bad. Some of them were wave 10 on scenario B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that objective is insane.
You could maybe do that one at 32.
At 32 mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of the kind of spot you would have seen people hold in the old Fluxy speedrun tournament that got played on Vanilla.
Oh, on Vanilla, you could totally do that.
Yeah, it seems like a perfect speedrun spot for like Vanilla, but on ASL, it's just like, what the heck? I'm gonna get 2 QPs in my face, and I'm just, what do I do? I'm just gonna cry. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the other spots, like Jen said, I'm sorry to interrupt. Some of the other spots, like Jen said, though, were actually pretty good. Like, both of the wave 7s weren't really too bad. Really, both of the first objectives and the second objectives on both sets like were pretty reasonable. And the wave 10 on scenario A, the one that's on the like long lane, it's the back of that really long bridge,
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
That one wasn't too bad either. For us, like I'd said, it was really just about like the consistency, and it was hard to get them consistent. Which is why you didn't see us go for any.
Yeah, I 100% understand the mentality behind that. It was the same thing for our. Am I even allowed to say this? It was our same idea behind Barrio Muerte. Is all the holds, they're doable, but they were so inconsistent and too tentative. Like, it was like we'd have runs that were easy peasy, and then other runs that were just instant collapse.
Right,
so I get you.
Let me counter your question with another question. Has that match already happened?
Yes.
Then speak your mind.
So I'm gonna ignore that answer. Yeah, no, it was the same thing though. Yes, yeah. But it just feels strange, like it's whole being bipartisan. What is it, impartial, or what? I don't know. I can't. It's too hot in this room.
Impartial. Can you describe the concept?
Honestly, I don't. I'm gonna just let it go for now. Code Free. Do you have any questions? No, I'm just being impartial, like talking about my own team as a commentator.
Wow. Okay, you're gonna ask me if I have any questions and start talking over me. I see how it is. It's all right. No, it's cool. It's all right.
I did ask him a question.
No, you know what? You know.
No, Freed. Go ahead.
No, Ella, please. No. I don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah, step on.
So what I was gonna ask was, what do you guys think went really well, and what do you guys think you'd do different next time if you had to run it again?
That was probably the best communications I've ever had with Kyrum ever.
In the second one, or just in general across the whole thing?
Both runs. Kai and I were absolutely crazy with target priority calls. We were we were basically in each other's heads. It was awesome. Like, super shout outs to Kai for the comms there.
I think if there were anything we could have done better, I think it was being more comfortable leaving our little spot, even though it takes a lot of time. I think we could have very easily had like a protocol, I guess, where because Blue's playing Firebug on the side that we would normally exit in most cases, it would probably be pretty easy to get Blue to like secure that door to help us get out if we were more comfortable doing that. But we, like I said, we
also could have called that earlier.
Had that situation come up.
If we had called it earlier, we probably wouldn't have had "we can't" happen.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate.
I think the calm that like broke me was when you guys were like, "Fail, you need to come over here," and Fail was like, "I'm already here."
I'm literally here. It's so funny to me because Kyrum was like, "Oh, Fail, we need you," and I'm staring down the hallway looking at it. I'm like, I don't know if you know this. I see the same thing you do.
Yeah, I hate to say it. That was a funny as hell moment, but it was also heartbreaking.
Like, I heard him say, "I'm here," and I'm like, "Oh crap."
I'll be honest. I heard it like things getting. There's like this intuition you can develop where, as the role that I'm kind of playing in our hold is I'm standing on the right side with Blue, but honestly, I wouldn't even consider myself being there to play the lane. I'm kind of just there to like assist Blue because Blue's really got a hold on the lane the whole time as Firebug.
Yeah,
it's
unless
just like
you
if
get
it's
good.
a really big large spawn, like, you know, you need some extra damage right there. So the way I'm looking at it really is like I just want to be wherever I need to be at a
You're
moment.
the jungle.
And so with that in mind, I kind of like heard the comms. I hear it getting like a little tense over there, and I don't really see anything like on our side. And I peek through the door and I'm like, well, we don't really have any larges, and they're kind of freaking out. Maybe I should go check on them. And I come over and they're like, "Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh my god, Fail,
well, yeah,
because
what happened at the very start. So you know the very end of the hallway where the stairs are. There was a double FP spawn on the left and a double FP spawn on the right that all came out at once, and it was the most intimidating spawn set I'd ever seen.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense. Yep.
Because like the trouble with that is that they covered the entire hallway from left to right.
But yeah, you run out of you start to like, what's the phrase? Like, it starts to become difficult just to aim at their heads because there's just so much mass. Like,
yeah,
double
SWAT sharp would have,
double
sharp SWAT would have actually made that one so much easier.
It
would have actually made that like, it would have made it
just
feel.
On the Z time, really, like.
Yeah. Like the fact that they made it single sharp for now had a really transformative effect on how we had to think about RCC, which was probably the intent. It worked.
So I actually was curious about something. I don't know if maybe it was just like a fumble or something, but so Cabbage was playing Commando, and I noticed towards the later waves, they were running Eat Lead. I think I don't know if it was just the overcap in the beginning, but they were running Eat Lead with the 401. Was that like an intentional decision?
I wouldn't know.
I also do not recall what he is running. I'll be honest with you.
That's for Cab to know and us to think about.
Gotcha.
Foul 401, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Foul 401.
I do know that much, but I don't remember the specifics of what weapon it was.
That's for him to know and for us to think about.
And admittedly, like even though ELED 401 can be kind of rough sometimes, in some situations it's not terrible. What I mean to say is, like, in this lane where Cab is playing, it's nice to have a gun that can just melt a lot of trash without having to reload.
God.
Obviously, like, there are downsides, but, you know, in this case, like, I think there probably was definitely a better choice, but, you know, I think you can make ELED 401 work fine.
Oh my god.
As long as he has the foul to help out on the damage, like...
Yeah.
So...
Commando, you can make a lot of things work like that if you just play really well.
Fail, you're gonna find this hilarious. So Kai just posted a screenshot they got sent by somebody who was
spectating or watching the stream. Yeah.
And it wasn't quad FP. It was 5.
Oh, it was a
with 3 more.
It's really
with 3 more in the back.
The highlight of all the large deads on the map, and it's like 15. What is that? It's like actually 20 large deads are highlighted on the map at the same time.
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh my god!
That entire side of the map was just green.
like I said, it was a big juxtaposition to the last game where stuff was a lot more evenly split compared to I think it was so evenly split even that I ended up getting very high damage, maybe even top damage, which was absolutely not normally
I was
the case.
top damage that second game, which almost never happens when I play Slinger. That was probably the best Slinger.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Normally it's split pretty well between you and Kyrum. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, maybe one of you is like trailing ahead for a game, but it's like across games there's no consistent winner very often.
Yeah. I had like 900k damage by the time I got to wave 10.
Yeah. So it's not like very abnormal where I would have a top damage game, but it certainly like wasn't the norm. You know, maybe like 1 in 5 or something like that. So seeing that happen on the first game and then going to the other extreme on the second game, it's very funny.
I had fun with it though. That was insane. The craziest part is that we almost did it.
Yeah, sometimes you get hit by stuff like that and you can't do anything except just be like, you can't, like, what do you even do? You just have to laugh because it's like, who can kill that?
And it's like in that picture, you can actually see that there is literally no trash in front of the FPs. The FPs were the literal first spawns. Yeah, like there was nothing that Cab could have really done there.
Yeah,
which is hilarious and unfortunate.
Like I said, in retrospect, the only play he can really make is go to the other side. But again, not something we practiced. It was
also we'd lose foul damage. It'd be a really big gamble.
True. Yeah, it was kind of
it might not even hit.
Yeah.
I do have a question about. I know I met Otaku Mom on Twitch a while back, and she was playing with primarily her friends on hard and everything.
Yeah.
How has it been watching newer people into CD grow and now performing, you know, in matches and doing all this stuff? Because I think Otaku Mom is still fairly really new.
Oh, she is, yeah. She actually was playing our Slinger until we swapped to Medic comp and we had her on Medic. And it was tough. Like because Kyrum, I was running a super insanely aggressive SWAT, and with Kyrum on me, so she actually spent a good chunk of time in that comp still just healing with a 101 and then planking with an SPX when she can. Because basically I was still playing frontline as a swap because I am insane. But that said, even if she struggles with Slinger because Slinger has a really high skill floor, her medic is really honestly pretty solid.
Yeah,
her medic is actually solidly strong.
Absolutely.
And for her to hard swap from Slinger to medic, and then pull us through that first game without did we have a death in the first game? I don't think we did.
No, I think it was completely clean on the first.
For her to make that hard swap was pretty badass.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And also running the corruptor. That is some real like Chad shit right there. I wonder who put mom on the corruptor.
I wonder who could have done that.
Admittedly, I didn't tell her to. She just did it.
And
her med nades were really good.
Use it? Like,
her med nade timing was pretty good too.
Oh, absolutely. No, you guys all played out of your minds, and like quick shout outs to like literally like like everyone is playing phenomenally, but an extra shout out to all like the group 4 and group 5 players that have just been thrust in this tournament and are just playing out of their minds. Like everyone's doing so good, and I'm really happy to see it. Seems like everyone's having a lot of fun.
100%. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I think ultimately I think ultimately I'm pretty satisfied with how this match went. Obviously, it would have been like way awesome if we just doubled up on the first run and we just did it a second time, just exactly the same.
And we almost did.
But we almost did. But I think it's like in some regard it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson that just any one attempt, anything can happen.
Yep.
You know, one loss is like if you do bad for one game, you know, it's whatever. It's just one game. Because if you look at us as an example, you have 2 games that we played, and one was pretty much flawless, and then another game where we had a lot of not just mistakes, but you know, bad luck or just like bad luck, but like misfortune. Just something went wrong in like a bad way.
That was the second time the left side got absolutely wrecked out of its mind on that run too.
So in some regard, I'm sorry to interrupt. In some regard, it's nice to like, it's good to have situations like these where you can just say, okay, this one game we weren't successful in, you know, it's not the end of the world. Like, we can't, because we have the other game to show, like, we can do it.
Yep.
We can, you know, be successful. It's just, you know, the game's freaking hard. Like,
at 64, you know, dude, like that shit takes work.
Not every attempt is going to be a win. You know, you have to struggle to succeed.
Synthwave Thing 72 GG taught me that.
So
that run took us months.
Yeah. So before we move on, Code, did you have any other questions before we start talking about the MVP?
I just wanted to chime in that I like it. It's frustrating when you have a wipe or when you have deaths, but I like that the tournament highlights that not every run is a success or a record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll still have times where it doesn't work. And yes, you can do everything right and it still just doesn't work.
Sometimes Killing Floor just has it out for you. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do when you get 12 FPs rolling up?
Yeah.
Exactly. And despite that, you know, you can still have fun throughout the entire thing.
I had a great time.
Exactly. Banter throughout the match, even when things get rough. You know, even on that one major kite that you all had, you guys didn't stop bantering. You're still going.
Yeah.
Some amazing call-outs from Fail on that, but still going.
Just all about staying calm and just staying in it.
So,
you know,
Jenny,
something goes wrong, just stick it.
Right. Jenny, who would you say is your MVP?
Oh God.
Yeah, asking the direct questions now.
So I have a 3-way consideration because Fail's flexes were great. Mom's medic swap was locked, and Kyrum's communication. But I think Kyrum's communication was so incredibly on point that I'm gonna give it to Kyrum for that. He and I just had our target priority in check almost the entire match until we basically exploded at the end.
Okay. So, MrFailology.
I think I feel pretty similarly. I do think Blue, I would look at Blue as an unsung hero in this regard. Where
this is true. I didn't see what Blue did.
That's kind of what I was actually about to get at. Is I think Blue was mostly in a position to be doing like the dirty work per se, where really like because Firebug was so good on the right side and Blue was so good at playing it on the right side, because they didn't really need help at all. It was kind of just like, but yet they're not doing anything flashy. It's kind of just like, you know, you're just kind of there. And I mean that in the best way, but I think in that regard, Blue is like an unsung hero for the team in this game.
Yeah, Blue was on that lane alone for a lot.
And there were a lot of times where I just have to be gone and Blue gets stuff anyway that, you know, Blue just has to find a way to deal with. So I think in that regard, Blue deserves a lot of praise for this game. But I think overall, like Jen said, I think across like Kyrum and Mom doing what they did this game, they are my two choices. I think if I had to pick one, you're making me pick between my teammates, right? If I had to pick one, I think Kyrum played exceptionally well this game. But again, I think everyone played well, and we did like a good job of playing as a team as best we could. And
I have no real complaints about how anyone did. Everybody pulled their weight just fine.
Yeah,
yeah, like it was kind of funny. We were having a little bit of a laugh during the first run of just how much more comfortable everything felt with Mom playing med, because we were getting ruined by Hus. And when you have a medic, you don't really have to worry that much if you get wrecked by Hus.
Extra 9.
Unless your syringe doesn't show up, yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, that made me sad.
I'd be mauling if I were you.
Yeah, okay, what's funny is like I kind of realized something was up about like a solid like 30 seconds to a minute before I died, because I went to derage in FP and I couldn't pull my knife out. And then I swapped my Deagle later. I'm like, huh, my 3rd and 4th slots are empty.
I feel like it was just it was like a bad omen for what's to come.
Yeah.
It's like you're not getting out of here alive.
Yeah.
Turtle had it in for us.
Yeah, the game really tried to like.
You're not gonna disrespect us like this. Perfect run. Oh yeah.
The game was giving us trouble every turn. Cabbage actually had problems with the trader on the second game again, but he was able to buy with his mouse.
Oh, okay, that's good. Good.
That's why we didn't say anything, because he was able to still buy. So
Code Freed, do you have your honorable mentions for MVP?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to MrFailology. What was that, Melon?
You were gonna?
As you were saying, Code?
I'm gonna give it to MrFailology specifically for those flexes. They were just so seamless.
Yep.
That sixth sense, you had it. You knew they were coming. You could feel it, and you were there by the time they arrived.
Yeah, Kai and I were very talkative, which gave him a lot of intel about what we're doing, because we would always call like large counts.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was super fun with Kai because we would take really, really long takedowns with double SPX.
I think I would have to give MVP also to MrFailology, just because of that first when you guys had to do that big kite and you had a lot of deaths. Fail was right there keeping everyone calm, directing people where to go, clear comms, kept everything going, and I think that right there is huge in doing this.
I would like to give my MVP to Cabbage's controller.
Through these DMs for
actually let's give it to Blue's controller, because theirs didn't bug out.
All right, to cap it off, I'm pretty much in. Everyone's like already said what I said, but I noticed that Kyrum was just putting work down lane. Mom was keeping shit together, the micromanaging everyone's health bar so wonderfully well. Blue was just on that lane chilling, having the time of their life, just holding it down. Like Fail disappears and Blue's like, all right.
This kind of happened last game where like Blue was able to just like solo roll their shit, and like nobody looked at them, but they just did it every time.
Yeah.
Give a call every so often. Hey Blue, you good? And you just hear like a really muffled, quiet. Yeah, I'm good.
alongside Cabbage, just getting extensions out of thin air.
Yeah.
And then like Jenny, you hit some nutty. Like there was one point where you hit like two. Like you took out a scrape behind 2 decap FPs. That was absolutely insane. But my MVP does go to Fail for the immaculate comms during hold on Onkite. Yeah. The insane flexing, because keep in mind too, when you're flexing between those lanes, that's not necessarily somewhere you practice. You don't practice shooting from the middle, so it's always a slightly different dynamic. So respect for that. So, and just wonderful fucking work, man. Like you all went hard, but my MVP goes to Fail.
Thank you. Like I said, you guys are too kind.
But I think that just about wraps it up.
I do want to give an honorable mention to Cabbage, because some of those extensions were absolutely clutch.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what Cryptomancers will be doing. Yeah. I really do think that the regular CD hold we held is pretty freaking fast.
Dude, we got a
especially if
sub 30.
Like, it's pretty freaking good. Like, so I'd be really interested to see if they also run it. I'm interested to see what objectives they run, because like we talked about, some of them are actually like pretty good. It's just about consistency. So I wonder if they'll like take some risks or something. I'm also interested to see what they'll do for Maddie, because we had actually the legit Maddie strat that
We had such a good spawn manip. I'm so sad we didn't get to show it.
Won't be seen, but it was freaking sick. So
yeah, like we
interested
could
to see if they'll do that. I think it'll be. I wouldn't be surprised if they can manage to pick out a no medic, but it will be very difficult if they can.
Hey, send me the
100%.
footage and I'll edit it in at the end.
If
No,
only I had a clip
of a Maddie kill?
somewhere.
Oh yeah.
The Maddie spawn manip. We should get a clip
Yeah.
of it actually.
I mean, we could go in and do that like in a
Yeah.
few minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
'cause it
Now,
literally
Jenny,
like. Oh, go ahead.
I am curious. This plan, does that include the firebug and the Glocks like it did in the past?
No,
Ah,
that
All right,
would have
well,
been probably a cool idea though.
it was
But
great
no,
having
we
you guys.
actually we had a spawn manip that doubled as cover, so we could spawn her, bait out her lightning, and then bait out
And
her
then-
pulse and kill her gun within like 20 seconds.
It was pretty.
Yeah, we do have to actually wrap this up though. This is gone for
that's
a long
it, I'm done.
time. I love you guys though, but thank you guys.
Thank-
Wonderful fucking job playing. You guys
GG,
played your
dude.
hearts out
I
like
had so much
incredibly
fun.
well. It was hella fun to watch. So thank you for being here. It was great having you guys, and good luck in the next matches.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
care,
good games.
everyone. Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
games.
I'll be right back for real though.